First Lady reassures Nigerian women on more inclusion in the governance process of the country. And of course, we shall be bringing you updates on the Lambata-Bida Road, which is ongoing reconnection after damage. These and more on Panorama. I'm Ayodeji Makinde. You're welcome. Now, after weeks of delay, the Lambata-Bida Road, a major corridor connecting the north and other parts of the country, which has been in a deplorable condition, is currently undergoing rehabilitation. Dodi reports that some palliative measures have been taken by the authorities concerned to fix some failed portions of the road to ease vehicular movement. In the past weeks, several goods and agricultural produce were reportedly destroyed due to the deplorable state of the road, making traveling difficult for road users. Commuters who are optimistic with the repairs, however, urge the federal government to expedite action and complete the road construction. Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, has called for the case file of the minors that were arraigned for participating in the End Bad Governance protests. In a statement personally signed by the AGF, he orders the Nigerian police to transfer the case file to his office before Saturday, and further directed the Director of Public Prosecution of the Federation to immediately ensure the matter, which was adjourned till January next year, is brought forward. He noted that there are issues that his office would need to look into for informed decision regarding the trial of offenders, as offenses for which they are charged for include treason. The Attorney General of the Federation, however, stressed that it is not within his powers to vary the court order that remanded the protesters in detention centers. Let's go for a break on Panorama. We'll be back with more. Stay tuned. You're welcome back. More than 5,000 youth who have successfully acquired basic skills in various fields of endeavor have been presented with starter packs by the National Hydroelectric Power Producing Areas Development Commission under its Youth Transformation Program, which aims at driving home the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu to create job opportunities. Usaina Musa reports that the first phase of the initiative covers communities affected by the operations of hydroelectric dams in the 6 states of the commission.
Starter pack ranges from sewing machines, makeup kits, kitchen appliances, to poultry and fish farm equipment, among others. The initiative is to correct the adverse effects of the operations of hydroelectric dams that has rendered the youth populations in these communities poor and vulnerable.
Mission and vision aligns with this administration's commitment to improving the lives of Nigerians.
To get skills is one thing, and to use it is another thing different. So please and please do not sell your starter packs.
Fully prepared to reciprocate these kind gestures through improved performance. We are therefore already muting the idea of establishing an entrepreneurship and empowerment unit in the Commission.
Hyperdeck will do more of this, and most of the projects that will come will be tied to zonal intervention.
You're good to use it in a very, very beneficent manner so that you, tomorrow, you'll be able to help others.
I can electrify any village given to me now with the knowledge I have on electrical installation, power and machine.
By God's grace, I'm going to utilize what I learned from our mega fashion of design.
Beneficiaries whose businesses have already been duly registered with Corporate Affairs Commission were symbolically presented with starter packs. Emina Hussaina Musa, NTA News.
A conference by All Progressives Congress held in Bauchi to analyze current status of the leading political party in relation to what it described as an extraordinary development policies which is put in place by the Tinubu administration to ensure proper awareness of the leading political party's target is the theme of the conference under the Foreign Affairs Minister Yusuf Tuga and that of Health Professor Ali Pati. Muazu Hassan has the details.
This critical stakeholders conference has brought together all APC members, including serving and former ministers, former governors and legislators, alongside other political office holders in both federal and state levels.
The parties have agreed to maintain peace, unity in the party, in all structure in the party in Bauchi State. We shall discipline any erring member who committed offense outside the constitution of the party.
APC stakeholders have unanimously reinstated their loyalty and support to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his New Hope agenda with assurance to maintain their existing unity.
The party in Bauchi State are in support of Mr. President and our two ministers in achieving his New Hope agenda.
And we discuss the unity, peace and justice of the party. And I am impressed with the turnout. Clear indication that the party is ready and willing to take over Bauchi.
Other speakers of the APC conference, while encouraging members on the need for discipline, also assured their commitment to ensuring a long-term plan for the APC to remain a leading political party in the country. In Bauchi, Muaz Hassan, NTA News.
Nigeria's power infrastructure is under threat by vandals, disrupting electricity supply and impacting negatively on the economy. Correspondent Joshua Ojito takes a look at the spate of vandalism of power infrastructure in the country and measures to safeguard them.
From north to south, vandalism of transmission lines and towers continue to impact negatively on the national grid, with huge losses on the economy. The recent 10 days blackout in 17 northern states caused by vandalism of Shiroro Kaduna and Ugwaji Apir transmission lines, as well as destruction of towers along Port Harcourt-Yenagoa line, crippled socio-economic activities in parts of the country. These raise concerns on the safety of power infrastructure and investment in the sector, as calls for the deployment of technology and security to safeguard power assets in flashpoints get louder.
Transmission is seriously handicapped because they cannot stand by every tower all over the country to say we are monitoring them. But they can also go ahead to work with community people.
Regular vegetation control of transmission lines for clearer visibility and decentralization of the national grid are measures industry players say the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, can adopt to mitigate impact of vandalism on the national grid.
We used to have what you call power lines communication. Power line communications runs through all the high tension lines that you see in this country, from tower to tower. What is happening to power lines communication? That was the most effective means of communication. And then those were fault locators.
Also, a national rebirth campaign to reorient Nigerians to take ownership of public infrastructure should be launched by relevant agencies to complement community engagement by the TCN. Regulation to sanitize scrap metal market, as well as stiffer punishment for vandals, stakeholders believe can end vandalism of power infrastructure. Joshua Ojito, NTA News.
In another development, Nigeria's law on vandalism and electricity theft is unambiguous on the punitive measures for this unwholesome act. Regardless of this, ignorance of the law is not an excuse, as security agents and electricity experts are advocating stepping up enforcement by using technology, which will serve as deterrents to offenders and bring about swift justice. Lanre Bilei tells us more.
One of the challenges of power distribution companies is electricity theft, which include bypassing, stealing, and utilizing power without paying for it, with the most common forms as meter bypassing and illegal connection.
I believe that as a responsible human being, you should be able to pay for what you use.
Many people believe that everything government should provide free. And I told people government cannot provide everything free for you. We have to support government in doing everything.
Citizens are used to the idea of free electricity. They still go ahead to bypass some of this meter because they don't have any sensor to even detect anything.
Northern blackout was not due to technical grid collapse. It was vandalization.
The Minister of Power recently briefed the members of the Assembly on the recent power infrastructure vandalization, which he says is worrisome. The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps says it has stepped up protection of the national assets to incorporate the use of technology in monitoring against vandals.
And I believe that very soon it will have fine-tuned the processes, and this will be made available for us to use. It is not an open source document because of the security implication of it. But when it's launched finally, then it will enhance the monitoring of these critical national assets and infrastructure.
The NSCDC is therefore calling the attention of the public to an app launched by the Ministry of Interior called N-Alert, which is for citizens to inform relevant authorities about any unwholesome act. The court also says the Criminal Code Act Section 451 on miscellaneous offences states that willful destruction of public property attracts 21 years in prison, which is enough information as they engage communities where these infrastructures are situated. In Lagos, Lanre Bilei, NTA News.
Elsewhere, Borno State has been grappling with the frequent power outages, largely due to the spate of vandalism and theft targeting power infrastructure. The crisis has disrupted daily life for residents and businesses alike, leading to increased reliance on alternative energy sources. The report.
Caused by this damage extends beyond financial cost of buying diesel and fuel by business owners and service providers, but disrupts socio-economic activities. In light of these challenges, efforts has greatly been made by Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, in protecting critical electrical infrastructure, in addition to installation of modern security guardians against vandalism.
We are determined to eradicate all criminal activities in Borno State. I urge the good people of this great state to join us in this fight against vandalism.
If you are involved in this kind of vandalism of lights, please, it's affecting everybody. It's stopping our business. Now fuel is costly. We can't use fuel for 2-3 hours. You have to be calling money.
However, in a bid to provide a more stable energy solution, the state government has explored alternative sources of power, such as development of a gas plant to supply electricity to Maiduguri and surrounding areas. In Maiduguri, Angarju Anagawa, NTA News.
Nigeria's First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, has donated the sum of 50 million naira as an endowment fund for the best overall graduating female student of the Federal University, Dutsenma, Katsina State. This was when she received an award of honorary doctorate degree from the institution. Zahara Umar Adamu reports.
Taremi Tinubu received the doctorate degree award for her exemplary leadership and concern to the girl child education and development. Represented by the wife of Gombe State Governor Asma'u Inuehaya, the First Lady noted that education has remained the driving force for all her charities she has been involved with over the years.
I consider this award as a challenge that will continue to inspire me in my effort to uplift others for greater good and development in our nation.
44 students out of the over 4,000 graduates bag first-class degrees, while 872 are awarded with second-class degrees in various fields.
I will defend you in my responsibility as the Chancellor of this great university if I do not draw your attention to the security challenges bedeviling the university, which has made the kingdom of any activity as the main campus impossible.
We are graduating a total of 297 postgraduate students. Out of this number, 18 have PhD, 226 has academic masters, 153 have professional diplomas, and one has PhD.
Wow, I feel so excited, as in the sky is even my limit. I'm very happy.
So it has been a very challenging surrounding, but we sitting here today is of something of joy. So I'm really happy.
3 other eminent Nigerians that distinguished themselves in various activities also received doctorate degree awards from the university. Zara Umar Adam, NTA News.
Another break beckons on Panorama. Do stay with us. Now let's take a look at what is trending in the world of sports.
Let's begin with football. All 20 teams in the Nigerian Premier Football League, NPFL, will be on parade this Sunday in the match day 10 encounters. El Kanemi Warriors will host Katsina United, Bayelsa United take on Eyimba, Akwa United play Kwara United, Plateau United travels to Kano Pillars, Bendel Insurance are away to Sunshine Stars, Abia Warriors straight tackles against Heartland in the Southeast Derby. Reigning champions Enugu Rangers welcome Nasarawa United, while it will be a battle of stars as Remo takes on Lobby Stars, who just hired a foreign coach, Mikael Lundstrom from Finland, to assist club's technical advisor, Daniel Amokachi. To EPL, 2 matches will be decided Sunday as Tottenham welcome Aston Villa, Manchester United tackles Chelsea at Old Trafford. Meanwhile, in Saturday's games, Arsenal dropped more points after suffering a 1-0 defeat at Newcastle. Bournemouth surprisingly beat Manchester City 2-1 as the Sky Blues lost their place at the summit of the table, and slot Liverpool came from behind to beat Brighton 2-1 to return to the zenith of the table. Leicester City were held by 10 men Ipswich as Southampton beat Everton 1-0. Nottingham Forest tried 10 men West Ham 3-0, and the game between Wolves and Crystal Palace ended 2-2. Back home, as part of activities to mark the 2024 International Day for Older Persons, a 9-hole golf kitty tournament has been held for men aged 60 and above and women aged 50 and above. The one-day tournament, which held at the Tukur Yusuf Boratai International Golf Resort and Country Club Abuja, organizers say was to encourage sport among older persons and enhance healthy living.
We're here to play golf with the older persons amongst them, so that the older persons can always exercise, feel young, and interact with one another.
I think this type of program should be continued on a regular basis, so that older citizens can get themselves together and socialize.
To tennis, NTA's Chukwunonso Abwezi has been re-elected Public Relations Officer of the Nigerian Tennis Umpires Association at the elective congress held Saturday in Abuja. Chukwunonso, alongside 7 other executive members, were elected unopposed for a 4-year tenure after the constitution was ratified during the association's annual general meeting. Tennis is a fast-growing sport in Nigeria. With Sports Update, Suleiman Musa, NTA News.
And that is Panorama. I'd like to thank you for watching. I'm Ayo Deji, marking it from all of us here in Abuja. Have a wonderful day ahead. Bye-bye.